When she decided to leave, she wasn't looking to hear how you'd apologize or explain yourself, and she wasn't waiting for you to grovel and cling to her. She was just truly exhausted. You might still be trying to fight for another chance, wanting to tell her you'll change, but she'll just shake her head and say, "I gave you chances. You're the one who didn't treasure them." That's when most people panic. They desperately try to hold on, apologize over and over, even say things they never would have said before, all just to get her to turn back around. But she only grows colder and more unwilling to respond to you. You might feel wronged. This time you're being serious. So why won't she appreciate it? But have you ever thought about why she's walking away so decisively? It's not that she suddenly stopped loving you, and it's not that she's deliberately punishing you. It's that her heart has been worn down bit by bit until it went numb. She said so many times, "I'm really hurting, and why don't you ever understand me?" But you always assumed she'd stay, so you got used to her forgiveness, ignored her pain, and only started panicking when she fell silent. Unfortunately, it was too late. The more you explain, the more exhausted she becomes. The more you humble yourself, the more she wants to escape. It's not that she's lost her feelings. It's that her feelings can no longer sustain this relationship. Let's flip the perspective. If you were the one being ignored and pushed away over and over again, even if she were crying and admitting her mistakes now, could you really accept it easily? Maybe you'd only think, "I really can't hold on anymore." You need to understand, she wasn't talked into leaving by you, and she won't be talked into coming back. Those words you think will move her will only become reasons for her to leave. Because the more you say, the clearer it becomes to her that you're still that same person who only thinks about yourself and doesn't understand her feelings. She wants to leave not to make you feel guilty, but so she can finally breathe easy and stop being exhausted from chasing after love. You think you're making sacrifices, but really you're just too afraid of losing something and too desperate to hold on to a familiar source of support. You say you understand now that you've changed, but have you really tried to put yourself in her shoes and think, what does she actually want? Why did she keep enduring and not leave? And why did she finally turn around this time? She didn't suddenly change. You never changed. Time and again, she tried to get you to understand her, to come closer to her, but you were only focused on expressing yourself. Her tears, her outbursts, her silence, they were all reminders. I really can't hold on anymore. But you didn't get it. If you still want to rebuild that connection now, please don't try to win her back with "I was wrong" or "I'll change." To her, that's just another form of emotional manipulation. You could say, "I know I was too eager to prove something before, and in doing so I ignored how you really felt. I kept arguing and explaining, but I forgot to listen to what you were thinking. During this time, I've really reflected a lot, and I finally understand that I never truly got you. I thought you became distant because you didn't love me anymore. But now I understand. You were really tired. Your silence, your coldness, had already given me the answer. Whether or not we can start over, I want to tell you thank you for once trying so hard to keep me around. If this really is the end, I want to wish you well. If there's still even a small possibility, I'll prove it through my actions. Not to win you back, but to become a better person." After sending those words, don't rush to see if she replies. Her response is no longer the entire meaning of this relationship. You have to believe that when she truly feels you've changed, that you understand, that's when she'll be willing to get to know you again. Not because she's moved, but because she's understood. Love isn't about who convinces whom to turn back. It's about you finally being willing to approach her in her way. What you can really do is grow, wake up, and see the blind spots you missed before through this loss. When you've truly changed, it's not about whether she comes back. It's about whether you can finally understand all the pain hidden in her silence. What you need to do now isn't rush to win her back, but quiet down and think about whether you're really starting to understand her. If you're going through similar heartbreak right now, maybe we can talk. You're not alone.